here we it's going. Okay, now what? Alright, I need to pull this up on my phone so I can watch that version of the stream and then go from there. Okay, that's there. So, what I worked on last time was this guy. It's the start of a few of these that have that bouncing circle in the middle, using a few different mediums that I've worked with throughout the course of this animation. Oh, I forgot to wash this last night. Gotta brush that. I got a bunch of these brushes. Anyway, yeah, having that bouncing circle, and that is what is on my desk right now, is the stuff for that. So I think today I might just do markers, the alcohol markers that I have, as well as I don't know if I'll do Sharpie or what, because I'd like to have black for this center little circle. So maybe Sharpie or I'm not sure, but tracing paper and these guys are what I'm going to be using. I could use this guy that I haven't used so often. This is a fountain brush pen that I have I got some version of this a long time ago, and then it cracked, and then I got another one, and I barely used it. This has some sort of, I believe it's waterproof. I'll find out. It might interact with the markers, but at the very least, I'll have this going. easy. So now I get to scan this. This dries so much faster. Ink on paper as opposed to paint on plastic. Also don't have to wear gloves, which is nice. You can also scan it directly on the scanner bed. What all do I have running? I don't need this going right now. Move Photoshop up. And I need image capture going. Frame rate dropped. And I think it's because I was messing around with some odds and ends. While that is barely starting, I need to set up the change the destination of this. It's a little bit slow at times. Let's choose this and scan the full guy. Okay, well that's scanning. Photoshop. I'm gonna scan this, and then once it's done scanning, work on animating something on top of this, most likely using blue, red, purple, orange, green. The yellow is a little light. But take that and do one of these colors, and then while it's scanning that one, I'll work using the I think right now using Photoshop so that I can start into that stuff. Go ahead and pop up Photoshop so that I don't have any issues at a later time, and I can open up a new or make a new copy of a folder or a file that just has it's prepped for this stuff. And if I make a blank one and then resave it each time, then I don't have to open like a 2 GB folder file each time. Alright, so that's scanned, and now I'll do a second animated section. Turn on Photoshop. I'll start with green or orange. Green. I don't ever start with green. Okay. so it goes over. Maybe I'll try and do some where it's not the full length. This is running at a low FPS. Okay, I'm gonna open up Photoshop and pull in the last scan. And I'm going to save these out. And I'm just going to save out the final one so you can see what the animation looks like, and then I'll end the stream and save out the interstitial sections, or the progressive, like the one where it's just the black, then the black and the green, black, green, blue, black, green, blue, red, black, green, blue, red, orange, black, green, blue, red, orange, purple. it's faster when I do that sort of stuff. While I'm also not devoting processing power to streaming. Slices, save this out, and once that saves, then I can import the individual stills, scripts, load files into stack, browse. Okay, this is in the right spot. You can barely hear me. It should be decent thing. Volume. I can up the volume. I think it has to do with because I'm at like okay range volume wise in my mixer. It could be where I'm talking into the mic. Dun 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 dun. My levels look good on my side. Let me see what this sounds like. Seemed alright on my phone. I'm not sure. I also just tend to go a little low. Anyway, let me finish importing this stuff. Did it grab all of them? Yeah, it did. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Okay. I have this series of things saved here. Switch this over. Nope, no worries. I'd rather have it be correct. Today is a sort of day where I'm just sort of doing the work, and so I'm not paying as close attention to how loud I'm being or anything like that. And also what I'm talking about is repetitious for me, but it might be new for you or different or more informative. Something that the action of doing this day by day, sometimes you lose track of what's necessary for communicating or omit things that are important information. It's just a number of times doing it. Anyway, gifts. Right, this is 06 dash purple. And now I'll see what this looks like. And I might, out of curiosity, see what this looks like to transition between these two. So let's come back to OBS. Actually, let's make this old animation visible, and I'm going to copy, paste duplicate, pull this on top. It's not going to time out correctly, but I just want to show the comparison of the two. Live designs, 120 markers, GIFs, grab the one that I just did. So here's a different selection of stuff. Seems like it's playing back kind of poorly. Let me turn off Photoshop and see if that helps. Because the frame rate's been bad this stream. I really don't know why one stream to the next it varies so significantly. Because I'm not changing settings. And there's not so much different happening on my end. Maybe it's just having like, oh, that might be eating up some stuff. Was that it? No, I think it's this preview. Still have Photoshop open. I'm going to try pulling in a bunch of stills. Don't save that. Save that. Scripts, load files into stack. Browse. Get the ones that I just had. Browse. And grab them from the previous stream with the circle bounce. This is stills, 05 green. Grab all these, open these up. And now let's see how these transition into one another. Frame animation, make frames from layers, grab the entirety, make it 0.06. Reverse frames, change the image size to 960 by 540. I think this will transition okay. I might like up the contrast when push comes to shove. I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a moment. I'm saving this thing out. This is gonna be moderate size animated GIF. This is to test. So I'll show you a little bit more clearly what I'm considering. With the animated GIF being what it is. Okay, so what you have here is the animation that I just worked on using alcohol markers and an ink brush or a fountain brush pen that I have. And here is a loop that I made last time, which I guess was Friday, which is using paint markers and drawing on a plastic sheet of transparency. And now I'll pull in something that cuts between the two of them, because that bouncing ball in the middle is the same for both. It's based off of the same simple animation, which is the start of this long form animation that I've been working on for months. But I'm coming towards the end of things, and so I'm trying to think of a way that sort of takes everything and pulls it all together. So you have those two, and here is, didn't mean to grab that, not even sure what one that is. So I have all iterations of the animation where it has just the ball or the full colorful background of stuff. But the idea is that you're able to sort of transition between the sequence, or the series of animations that have this just bouncing ball in the middle, and it will tie into the start animation, which is just a little guy going up and down, like what you see there, but just the black, which I've got a version of that right here. So this is sort of the core, the start and end point of these guys. But it means that it can be like busy and then pull back from each of these things and cut between them in harsh ways, but you have a central point where everything's going. Let me see if I can't try some. I want to see how it looks to sort of cut between the two of them. So I'm going to do that quick in Photoshop. So let me grab like frames 7 through 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that means. Actually, let's. 7 through 12. So that means 37 to 42. 37 to 42. This goes to frame 7. Okay, I'll show you conceptually what I'm considering as like the harder cuts between these series of animations, because it's at a noisy point in the song, the tail end of this, where it goes. So this is just test 3. And I'll show you comparison between these two, and then I'll probably head out for the afternoon. Tomorrow I won't be streaming. I have an appointment at 1, and I won't be back from it in time for streaming. But I should be back Wednesday. So here's where it cuts between the two animations at the end. So the transition is a little bit smoother. You don't have a harsh cut, but here's a version where the bouncing ball should be in the right spot. It looks like it is, but it cuts more harshly between them. It might not be the right frames, but it'll be easier to do when I'm working in Premiere as opposed to Photoshop with a bunch of frame numbers. So it gives me a few options of like how to edit the final bit of the long form down. But here's the one from today, and there's the actual physical bit of it. And I might adjust the contrast for this guy for the final rendering of the animations of stuff. But here we go. There's this guy, and it's that one. If you follow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25, and through 30. Okay. Now I'll do self-promotional stuff. If you want to watch this stream in full as a recording, you can do so here on YouTube, along with other streams from this year. If you want to follow me on other... Wait, no, I'm going to go in order. If you want to buy stuff from me, you can go to my web store, traceloops.com/store. If you want to purchase something and have it shipped outside of the U.S., you can email me, traceloops@traceloops.com. You can also email me with comments, concerns, questions, curiosities, commissions, etc., etc. Again, that is traceloops@traceloops.com. If you want to follow me on other platforms, you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Tumblr, Spotify, all of those places. I am Traceloops, TRECELOOPS. If you want to support me on Patreon, you can do so by going to patreon.com/traceloops, where you will find higher resolution versions of artwork that I create during streams. In the case of the artwork today, you'll find the full resolution scans. You'll also find some older stream recordings, and then at higher tiers, you get a Also at the entry tier, you get a selection of tutorials, and then at higher tiers, you get new songs from me weekdays. At the highest tier, you get a monthly postcard from me with original artwork on the front, little message on the back, and a discount to that aforementioned web store. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them out. Otherwise, I'm gonna head out. I'll give a second while I make a folder for storing this still. Okay, I think that's it for today. I won't be streaming tomorrow because I got some stuff in the afternoon, but plan on being back Wednesday. If any of that changes, then I won't have a scheduled stream because I just scheduled the streams day before. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good afternoon, evening, night, morning, day. Don't know what time it is because people watch in different places, but thanks for watching. Have a good rest of whatever your time is. Adios.